Oh, Matt. Dinner took a lot longer to get set up. It was just left overnight, but I forgot I had to make rice and do a bunch of other stuff. So like, oh crap. Hello, Silver. Hello, Sunset. Michael should be just another minute. He eats exceedingly faster than I do. Not just because he likes to plow his face. I got TMJ, so I have to eat slower. So he, it is pretty often that I will sit down to the dinner table first with food, and Adam and Michael will finish before I do. No, we should just say he eats like a horse. Kind of. I mean, he likes meat way too much. If you could make his diet completely from meat, he would. And I don't think that's horse-like. Horses would eat things that are green, but he only does brown. Well, horses have to eat really fast because they have a lot of calories to eat for the day. And they got big mouths. And then can make themselves sick. That sounds like Michael. Okay. We're all good. Is music going? Music is gone. Okay. Hello. Camera's on too yet. Actually, I gotta move that camera over again. I moved it because the green screen needed to be over, and now it's not green screen. Gonna recenter. There. It's a bit better. Oh, we're back to doing more Applejack stuff. I think actually we were pretty close to getting this one done, weren't we? Oh, I should open up Premiere so I have the plan up too. I don't think there was much I really needed to do. She has no emotion, which I do want to fix. Yeah, and her hair, I got a lock and stuff too. So there's still things to do, but let's see here. I want to check something with that timing. I kind of want to update this a little bit. It's nothing complicated. The conveyor belts, I think ooh, that's messy. Do I have to? Oh, it's the back ones. Okay, good. I kind of want to change their timings a little bit. They're still going to stop and start at the same spot, but I think I want to have it so that they move more with the beat, and I want to figure out where those beats are. Because there's two, like kind of like a 4 beat in here. I think I have these, what are these called? The panel, not the panels. Not the belt either. What are these called? Gotta poop. I hope not. Did Michael finally achieve the dream and get to Equestria? If he did, we would know about it. He would scream it from the rooftops as long as it didn't take too much time away from him getting to Equestria. I mean, if he just like gets to Equestria by like doing drugs, then we could be a part of it. So there's that. I'm gonna see what happens if we shrink down the crunch time. So like that. Okay, I do kind of like that. And I think I'm gonna have it lift up a little quicker too though. So from here to here, we're gonna have it just go over like this, and then we're gonna round it. Not round it, we'll smooth it. Yeah, I like that a bit more. Okay, so I don't... Oh, are those spinning? Oh, they're not. They're supposed to? Oh, there is no... I don't think there's a way to make them spin. What is this rotating? I don't even know what it's doing. Oh, there is a roller in there. Okay, so there are rollers that I can spin. Huh. I don't know if I'm going to care enough. I'm thinking... Yeah, I think that... I can maybe think about it, but at this point, I don't think it's worthwhile to try to go back and do, because it's going to be a bit of work, and all of them over here. Yeah, there's no way, because that's a very long conveyor belt, because it's going a long ways. It probably is so that some can spin, but others won't, maybe. And it's way too much belt for having only this many bones. Because from what I can tell, these 3 will spin. Yeah, these 3, but that's it. Or 3, 8. And all the rest won't. I'm going to guess it's based on the scene that it was in or whatever it was used for. The others were visible, but not spinnable. Like, you couldn't really see the spin, so who cares? And these are just going to cover the same on the other side. Yeah. So I'm not going to bother. Yo, how y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good, Godzilla man. How are you doing? Doing belts. What I'm thinking about doing. It's you.
It is. I have a question.
Yes.
Why can I also hear the audio
The audio?
coming from your computer?
Oh, so I have it set to the. There we go.
I'm not supposed to be able to hear that.
Yes, get out of my head.
Yes. Am I the only one between the two of us who every time they open the fridge right now, that cherry pie song starts playing on repeat in their head?
What cherry pie song?
That sweet cherry pie. That one.
No.
Okay, just me then.
You're just being old.
Yeah. Hi, Silver. We got cherry pie in our fridge if you hadn't figured it out.
And ice cream.
There is also ice cream. The ice cream apparently is a requirement if one buys cherry pie.
Yes. Well, if one just has pie,
You can
depending
just
on the
have
pie, makes it better.
Yes, I mean, a steak makes a cookie better, but you don't need them together. Because steaks are just good. Cherry pie is it's my favorite basic pie. If it's just one filling ingredient, cherry pie is my favorite. Key lime's also good. I guess it's my favorite hot pie. Without question. It's better than apple or like a peach or pear pie. Though I think I've only once had a pear pie. I'm certain I have, but it certainly doesn't come up often.
This one can be moved here and this one here. So then there'd be one short, and these are even length. Okay. So that should be pretty close to the beat.
I like the tartness of the cherries more so than apple. Which, if I was to ever have a raspberry pie, which I don't think I've ever had like a raspberry pie.
No,
I get that that's a computer thing. I would like it.
Raspberry pie sounds bad.
Really?
Seeds.
So?
It'd be so many seeds.
So what? You can eat the seeds.
It's not as much that it's like
the texture.
Like chewing into it, getting it in like the wrong spot in your tooth, and then like getting it jammed in somewhere.
Oh my goodness!
It'd be way too many seeds. I'm not saying it would be bad, but I'm saying
delicious. I love raspberry things.
I love raspberry too, but I hate the seeds.
Michael, you made it back from Ponyland. Ronnie, I tell you what, if I found Ponyland, you'd never see me again.
Well, no, I said that if you came back from, or if you found the Portal to Equestria, we would know because you would yell it really loud, as long as it didn't take away from your time to get to Ponyland.
Yes. I'd be just screaming Ponyland over and over again right before jumping through the portal.
I always hated the cherry fruit. The texture is cheddar. Apple I enjoy. I could see why. The texture of cherry doesn't bug me too much. The texture of like peach I don't like so much. Orange pie?
You could do an orange cream pie.
Yeah, you can't do an orange pie.
I mean, you can. Would you want? If you dehydrated the oranges ahead of time,
that would not be good.
Then what would be left?
Yeah, it would be like, no. Potato texture is terrible. Well, I mean, before you cook it, but I mean, you can mash it up and put it in a stew.
Yeah. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with potato. I will say I'm not a huge fan of pierogies, which is like potato in like its true form, its purest form. It's like a potato skin with mashed potatoes on the inside. No.
Yeah, something about that I've seen.
We've had them before. Not often, because they're not good. Pierogies, I'm not a fan of pierogies. I'm taking the stand. Only fries.
Isn't that like a porn website?
Only fries, and it's just pictures of fries, hot and steamy.
Damn it, I don't have the beat set. Oh no, I do have the beat set for this one. Perfect.
I do like them rock pies, but you're not supposed to talk about eating them. I drink this whiskey now.
Michael,
Drinking whiskey.
do not the pie.
Do not the pie.
Okay, so that should be. Should be fine. So I gotta do the same thing.
Pictures of
About
fries.
the
with
beginning.
bikinis. Yes.
About the end. Do a mix range. And then move it to the center for the beat.
I like fries okay, but some people absolutely just want to do nothing but devour fries. It's not just the guy we know. There's lots of people I've met who just want to eat fries. Just straight hot carbs. Covered in salt. I will say, I've never gotten an upset stomach eating just fries. If I get an upset stomach at the restaurant, like a fast food place, it's probably the burger. More so than the fries.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, I mean, I could, but it would be like I don't think the fries would be the cause of me getting upset in any way.
French fries are a very neutral food as far as your stomach is concerned.
Okay, this is not quite the same, but it's fine because I really don't care. This camera's going to change at that point.
Look at all those cool dudes trying to bring best viewers to our stream. Yes, he is working on a massive Fallout Equestria video.
Like here. This is for some epic FOE. Yes. We've been working on it for a while. It'll be this long. Be about 4 minutes something. Been working on it for 6 years now, on and off, very on and off, because it's just kind of big. But we got this scene done. I mean, I didn't take a screenshot of it yet. I have a screenshot to get myself planned on some of this. But Twilight getting pulled into the vat in Maripony, we got that done last time. This one is done, though technically it's very different than what's shown there. This other Maripony shot, we got that one done too. Mm-hmm. And that also looks very different now. Very different. With like the vats are actually colored liquids and stuff. But yeah, it's the idea is those scenes need a lot of work. It is a Ministry Mayor's video focusing on all these scenes from the memory orbs more than anything. There's going to be a scene in the middle that does go into like this reverse shot that's supposed to have taken place during the future, or I guess the present, depending on how you look at it. And then something with their old happy times, doing friend stuff. But then it's just kind of going through everything. So we got Rainbow and testing the armor, Twilight and Trixie with doing something with the potion thingy, just kind of like precursor. Like it's got everybody's death scenes, so I'm using technically the Project Horizon's death for Pinky getting shot by Psalm, yeah. We got that one done. Applejack going into the vault, Rarity dying at the window, Fluttershy in the outside by the Nuki thing, and then Rainbow dropping off the memory orbs.
You just have to with the psalm, because I think the most profound part of that scene was just her looking through the scope and seeing Pinky.
Yeah, that's why I love that scene.
Please,
because like Project Horizons had some good scenes in it, but also I just felt it was long. But I really liked how they wrote in her death a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's why it's the one thing in here I'm using that's not from the original book.
I think she says, "Please, I don't want to burn."
Yeah.
She like lips it to something.
No, I really like that one. Yeah, a lot of these are pretty done. That's Rarity at her desk. That's Twilight at the party. This is Apple Snack on the roof. That one's very close to done. I could probably cap that in a day, not even a day. Fluttershy doing your speech, that's also mostly done. We even got an animated bit. I really have to redo that a lot with the soul splitting.
You need Snips and Snails in that shot too.
I only really need Snips. Snails is there, but he's kind of like...
He was always there.
Yeah, but he was kind of in the background. He was the one setting it up, I think. So yeah, the problem was there's no adult Snipper Snails. So instead I just have Snails I have Snips just scaled up. But he's in a cloak anyway in this, so whatever. But the only cloak I had was very crap. So whether or not I keep that or not, I'm not sure. Yeah, this whole like transition thing is going to be a bit of a bitch. I need to talk with Knightley, I think, about how to potentially do that. I may need to like have his expertise brought in to do some editing, because especially at the very end, because there's a little thing with like little Pip I want to have done at the end.
Where it transitions from Rainbow to Pip.
There's a certain beat I want to go with, or I want to have like a digital effect, like it's like a screen would have if you're like changing channels, kind of, where like fizzes just to have a nice transition, because the beat gives you like a half second of play, and to have a half second transition like that. And I want to have it look exactly the same, but maybe slightly different lighting, and have Rainbow replaced by Little Pip. So it's literally like a character replacement to show a time jump again and then have it end. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's still so much to do in here, but I would say of all the scenes that are split on here, maybe a fifth of them are very close to done. But then there's also a lot, like this one is going to be, what is this? Nearly 30 seconds. That's from like 246 to, yeah. So it's about 24 seconds of me trying to like do reminiscent stuff. That's a lot of scene builds. It's a lot of stuff I'd have to like build in Ponyville. I want to have it be kind of episode based. I could cheat the shit out of it and just like literally use the show. I think I could do that with heavy filtering, because I would probably have like the colors washed out with kind of a vignette. If I did that, it would probably save me like 4 months of work. And I feel like it might be a little bit more reminiscent, but the problem is, I feel like it could also be distracting. It's very like jumping to something else. I could always just animate a scene exactly from the show. The nice thing about doing that is I have an example to work from, and it's so much quicker then. If you can say like, oh, well, for this scene, it's exactly the camera here, the character doing this with these buildings in the background, boom. Like that saves a lot of time.
I personally think that would be the better option, but I'm not the one putting the work.
Recreating it?
Recreating it.
Yeah. Plus then it's actually showing that you're using the show as a reference.
Yeah.
I would have, well, I could say there's less chance of a copyright claim on it, but I'm going to get that anyway with the audio. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really matter. But using the show video would be the easiest. But if I did that, I would probably have it, I wouldn't want to have, I think, just a full screen something. I would want to have the video of them on something, like kind of like with Celestia doing the song for Twilight and has videos going, you know, something like that. but I don't know how to do that in the way this works.
I mean, you kind of did it in your Derpy video, Destiny.
Yeah, but that one was also trying to copy the show in how it hit their thing. Doing it the Fallout way you could have it like on screens, but then how do you make that feel reminiscent? I don't know. The nice thing is I don't have to worry about this because this video is not going to get done until like 2030. So
I mean, it's going to get done a lot quicker if you don't think it's something else to work on.
Yeah, we're just doing the scene right now for trying to retime the conveyor belt. Huh?
That timeline just gives me like...
It's just the same things, just slightly shifted.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know, something about it just gives me chills looking at it. It's all straight and clean, and it's not what animation lines should look like.
I think what I might do, since I kind of like adjusted things here, I'm gonna make some small tweaks to this. So I'm gonna say at this point, because I don't think these are centered anymore. Yeah. Oh no, I can't, because I can't just like, oh no, I technically could just move them like that if I got rid of this and I just kind of like did this, because I can't see the bottom conveyor. I can kind of just cheat it.
If one thing comes out of this AI nonsense, it would be that somebody's going to be eventually able to just feed Fallout Equestria to a computer, and the computer's just going to make it into a movie.
Yeah, but then you can make so much other junk too. It's like you can make good things from the things that were already exist, but then it's also going to throw so much other random shit that people just created in 5 seconds and weren't good works that it's
I'm not gonna
like
watch those.
AI right now is good because it's using the stuff that we created, but when it starts just feeding off a slop that's feeding off a slop, all of our creative works are going to start going to trash.
Yeah, but
because you could say, well, what? Show me Vault Equestria, but I want them all to wear cute hats. Well, see, now you're ruining it.
Cute hats.
I know. See, you're
and their butts are all big.
See, it's you're doing something to change it.
Yeah,
and that's eventually, I think, going to be the reality.
You should have put cute hats in your Fallout video. Just leaving the stable. If Lil Pip was just wearing a cute hat, would have made all the difference.
Okay, now it's centered. It's kind of cheated, but it's fine.
No, that reminds me of when somebody did the mod Half-Life. And they completely changed. It was a revamp to make Half-Life look like a modern video game, but they absolutely ruined it. They made Alex look like a bimbo.
All the Steel Rangers armor is transparent aluminum. Yeah, see, like if people would do weird things,
crazy.
They wouldn't want to see the original.
I would.
Some people would, but like other people are going to want to change it and modify it when people find that they can do such. But then, what's the point of creating original works anymore? And we're just going to fall into a slop hole.
But horses. No one's gonna make the Fallout Equestria movie otherwise. It's never gonna happen. It can't happen.
All right,
for numerous reasons.
I think my biggest problem right now with her walking is just looking at the lighting. It's not moving with her. I think I really need to have like some kind of a spotlight that she's passing through, even if it's multiple. I need something that shows that she's passing over different lights,
because the conveyor belt and her movement is really like kind of, it's almost making me nauseous.
It's doing that because this is such a low frame rate, so it's hard to actually pay attention to what's going on with it. It's a lot better when you're playing at like a better speed here.
Okay, that is better, but
yeah,
why does it look like the conveyor belt's going back the other direction?
Because it stops.
Oh yes, it's fine.
The movie, but it's just a compilation of fan-made FOE animations or videos. Most of it's animated EBC radio play. Thing that was never continued. Yeah,
and they never got past her Little Pit meeting Calamity. That's where it ended.
Yeah, but that would have been a lot of work. But EBC was probably, to me, some of the best work that was done for Fallout, because it felt very professional and it was very good. But it also only went so far, but it did end up having a lot of Fallout content that was created from that, and then that brought in a lot of people that were just specific, like, I don't care about the horse thing, I just really like this Fallout Equestria thing. So
I even remember when the 4th episode came out, you could tell there was a huge drop in quality, that some people had left the project already and they were trying to make it happen.
But they actually made stuff. There's so many Fallout projects say we want to do a thing but then make nothing, or they do like one thing but it's crap. And so it's like, it's nice to see that somebody actually said they wanted to do a thing, and while it didn't go too long, at least did it.
Yeah,
in a good amount of them.
She got out of the stable.
Yeah,
she left it. Even one would say she was leaving the stable.
Well, I wonder what you're referencing. Okay, let's redo this lighting now.
I think probably Adam's video.
He did do a video too.
He did.
I did my first.
Yes.
And then he copied.
Copying me. This was a different part. This was the cute part where she's all gushing about Velvet.
Oh yeah, did I need a wall back here?
I thought I was dying earlier today.
Oh yeah, I didn't, because otherwise it caused the lighting to kind of stop. The visual audiobook that was crowdfunded did complete. Took several years, but it's quite good. Oh, okay.
I mean,
but see, that's the big thing.
Versions of the audiobook.
It's crowdfunding. A lot of these other projects are people that want to just get a bunch of volunteers to do stuff. Nobody stays on a project like that forever. If there's paid. It's not about if they get paid. It's a motivator to stay on something. If you aren't being paid, for one, why even continue? Because like, it feels like after a while, why am I putting so much time into something when this effort could go to some other hobby that might make you something? And two, there's no motivation to keep you there.
Yeah.
If you are paid, well, now you have an obligation. That obligation is powerful, and it will keep you there.
Yes, money does keep you working. Don't think I'd be working my job if they didn't pay me. But, yeah. I listened to some of the audiobook, but I've read Fallout Equestria a few times too. Just sitting down and reading the words. It's crazy. I think I've read all the good Fallout Equestria stuff now, which makes me sad, because I enjoyed so much of it. Yeah, though there's only been one Fallout Equestria book I started and then couldn't finish because I hated it, and that was Guys of Chaos. It was an earlier one. I am somewhat curious about Homecoming if it gets finished. I'm gonna wait to see if it actually gets finished before I start reading it, because I started a book once that didn't finish, and I'm gonna regret it to my maybe not regret it, but I'm gonna be sad that I'll never get to finish it to my dying day. I haven't read Wasteland Echoes, if that's a Fallout Equestria book.
Okay, I think those are the two main ones, and then there's a couple other ones here, but I don't mind. One of these is mainly lighting up her eye.
I thought I was gonna die today.
Wonderful.
I went to blow my nose, and suddenly both of my ears completely stopped up from the inside of the ear, and that pressure built inside my ears, and my equilibrium completely got effed up. Like, the room was spinning for a solid 5 minutes.
Now you know how it feels when I go through that stuff. Except for go for 4 or 5 more days.
And there was so much pressure in my head, and I got one ear loose, but the other ear wouldn't leak or whatever. And I say leak because when I finally I gave up, and then I sat there for a bit, and suddenly I hear like a balloon air being released from a balloon out the side of my head from the pressure finally being out. I was like very relieved in that moment, because I was trying everything to get it to like equalize the pressure in my head. I just didn't want to do it. But luckily I was near a chair. I managed to sit down, but if I wasn't, I definitely would have just hit the floor. Oh,
anytime that's hit me, it's usually been like so quick that's what happens. It's like getting out of bed and then suddenly everything's sideways and I literally just collapse right to the floor and head first, because my whole body tries to autocorrect, but autocorrecting means shoving you to the ground. Yeah, it's rough.
The room was spinning around. Dangerous, blowing your nose, man.
All right, so a couple of these lights, like these blue lights, like that one, not so much, but I think these, these blue lights, they're fine as they are. I don't need to modify that at all. No, it can't be visible. Okay. Because that is just a light that I use as a base so that if light isn't hitting her, she has some kind of like a blue that normally just implies darkness. So that's fine, because that's kind of an everything light. What she has right here is this light coming from the background with the good rim. So everything after this, I probably want to kind of redo. And have it be instead based on some kind of light source elsewhere. I think what might work well for that is having a helper that's on the ground and then just having a light source attached to it and just kind of trying to have it fall in the background, because one single light's not going to give me the look that I want, but we will give it a shot here. So let's move this out of here. So we'll call this Applejack Spotlight 1.
Can't remember if Rainbow Dash was in any relationships throughout the Fall Equestria books. I don't think she was.
There was none discussed.
No.
Well, did they talk about something with Gilda?
Well, Gilda's the one who killed her.
I know, but I thought there was something about Gilda and her having a fling.
I know there's certainly been fan fictions of that.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if it was in Fallout or not. I think there was an entire, like, yeah. I mean, the implication being that they were roommates in, like, flight school. So, things happened. But, yeah, I don't know.
There we go. Okay.
It's also kind of implied that flight school was when they were children in the show, so I don't know how to take that.
Second wife. It's reference to something we watched the other day.
Yes. I'm glad they eventually like came back to the whole thing with Gilda, like, because it was, I think that episode was like season 1, wasn't it? The one where Gilda shows up. It had to have been.
As I recall, Gilda was an enemy of Rainbow Dash and was hired as a mercenary to kill Dash. I knew that, but I thought there was something about like much earlier than that.
I don't know that Gilda and Rainbow Dash were like enemies so much as Gilda was a hired.
Yeah, it was her job.
Like, she was hired to do a job, and she didn't hate Rainbow. She just, it's like, it's her job. She probably had a tinge of sadness about it, but she was a professional. And Rainbow was a threat to the newly formed Enclave, because...
Why is it that anybody that had any scene at any part in the show had some important role in some place? Like, even Gilda. Gilda was like nothing, and suddenly she's a master assassin.
Well, in the show, she could keep up with Rainbow, which is no small feat. Small.
I know, but like, I feel like, well, they probably do it because it's easier just to reuse the characters you have instead of creating all new characters. But it always feels like even these like small insignificant, like remember that lady that you saw in the corner that was selling you flowers in episode 3 at the 4 minutes in? Yes, she is now a politician in government that is now dictating blah blah blah. Like what?
I mean, that's how the brony community works, though. You see one background pony, and suddenly you have to create an entire lore for her. Lyra, background pony. No, fans love their characters. Yeah. No, like, nah. To my recollection, Gilda was hired to kill Rainbow Dash as the newly forming government, which would become the Enclave, was worried that if she returned to, the sky, back to where the Pegasuses were, that she had enough clout to basically have ponies follow her instead of the government, the newly formed government. And she probably did.
Hello, Skull. Cheers.
If she had stayed, and I think that's part of why Scootaloo went after her, if she had stayed above the clouds, she probably could have led ponies to return below to try to help ponies below. Instead, she did the rash thing, and she went on her own. With anybody trying to follow her being labeled a Dashite. Scootaloo being the very first Dashite. Having her cutie mark burned away.
Well, could you be nicer about it?
You'd think.
I mean, like, you could have just said right now because you're going to make it with AI later. Like, and for being a Dashite, they gave her a lifetime of boops.
Yes. No, Scootaloo, even if she did survive, which is not, maybe she did it as a ghoul, still would have her cutie mark burned away. The thing he's animating, Scope, I'm talking about Fall Equestria.
Yeah, he's just wondering about you blabbling on about stuff.
I'm thinking about a bucket full of mares, Scope. All the time.
I knew you were going to bring it up somehow. Copyright, Michael.
Yes. Most certainly.
Like, so this light, it doesn't really feel like she's transitioning from one to the other because of how I think SFM lights kind of work. It's not really angling. I could try to split these up a little bit more, but I'm trying to make it so that there's like a little bit of something in the middle. It could just be I should lower them more. Let's try that. Because from here to here for the angle, it's not that much. But if I put it down here, now it's a much sharper angle. Though it gets a little weird because of like distance and lighting, though. We'll see how it turns out, though.
I never liked the implication that Gilda actually does succeed in killing Rainbow Dash. I like to think at least they killed each other.
Rabble.
Because a Griffin certainly would have an advantage over a pony in hand-to-hand combat. For pretty obvious reasons. More sharp bits on Griffins.
You know what I might be able to do here? I'm gonna grab the spotlight. We're gonna have the spotlight support 1. Or spotlight 1 support. Yeah.
You're not doing that scene, are you?
What?
The bat fight between, or at least the standoff between Rainbow and Gilda.
No, because it wasn't actually shown.
Well, they show the standoff. They don't show how it ends.
No, because then I would have to continue past the point that I'm already using.
Yeah.
Because it's in the... No, I don't think they talk about the standoff.
Yeah,
they just say that she knows that she's outside.
No, they should have the conversation with each other in the original.
Oh, yeah. The memory orb shows her dropping off the orbs, but then there's the conversation before she leaves, but then that's it.
She talks with Gilda in the book, back and forth right before the fight starts. Where Gilda says, "I'm better than you," and Rainbow Dash simply says, "We'll see." And then the fight starts and it cuts away. And you never get to see the conclusion of the fight, but they do that part. And I said do.
Yeah, he's gonna see that too. Okay, and then I'm gonna make the intensity for this one 0.
RD and Gilda's recording Pip found near Spike's cave, you mean? That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, because there are things like that, and I can't say I'm using fully just memory orbs because the whole getting pulled into the vat isn't a memory orb, that's from a recording.
Yeah.
But I don't have any place to use that one, and I think that one is mainly a conversation.
It's like a standoff on a rainy day.
Well, because the whole end of the video is showing where they ended up.
Yeah.
Or what their ending scenes. If I use Gilda's one, I would have to remove the bit where I have Pip coming up the end, which means I'd have to completely redo how I thought the ending. It wouldn't work.
Okay, that's
with
fine.
how I have it planned.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Because to me, that was her big thing at the end, was dropping off those orbs.
Dropping off the orbs was a big deal, yeah. It's the last thing she really does before the bombs fall. On the request of Pinkie Pie. Because Pinkie Pie is already, she knows how important they're going to be.
Because she did all the drugs, and then it was talking to Pip in the memory.
Yeah, which is... She already knew all of her questions and recorded them ahead of time. The answers. It's hard to know if Pinkie did more good than bad in Fallout Equestria. I think she did everything with the good intention, but she messed up a lot of people at the same time. Like removing memories from people to try to make them happy again, like take the stuff away. Like I think the most prevalent story they had was a foal whose father died in the war. She got super depressed to the point where she couldn't function because her father was dead. So they removed all memories of her father from her, so she didn't even remember who he was, because that's how much they had to take away for her to try to live a normal life. But then her mother has now a child who doesn't remember her father. Now the mother's getting messed up because she's like, this is wrong. And it just kind of, it was never enough. There's just a lot of stories like that. And they were just taking people's memories to try to find, seditious thoughts.
They started becoming very fascist, in a way.
In a way.
They started doing what they could to calm the populace to get through a war, and allowing certain atrocities to be allowed because it was for the greater good. We have a bigger thing to worry about. You'll thank us when it's done. But then it's kind of like, well, what are you fighting for anymore? If you're removing, it's like if you're fighting for some people's rights to do things or whatever, but you're removing them to get that, to maintain them, you're not doing anything.
It's like she had very good intentions, but it all got very ugly. Yeah, Pinkie Pie was probably her story's the most messed up, I think, of any of the main 6. And it got to the point where I think most of them weren't talking to her anymore.
Yeah, most of them weren't.
Twilight certainly wasn't. I think the only one who would still talk to her at all was Rainbow.
They weren't talking with Pinky, but like all of them were doing bad things. It's just that everybody had a different view of what good and bad was. Yeah. Every one of them was doing bad things. Yeah. Fluttershy was doing bad things. She did some of the worst things.
Well, yeah.
You can say it was for a cause, but she still did a very bad thing.
She handed over the spell thinking that if both sides.
No, but she did. Every one of them did bad things for what they thought was good reasons.
Yes.
It's just Fluttershy being the nicest also got to deal with the doing the worst thing of them all. So
yeah, I think with Pinkie Pie, Rainbow was the only one who would actually talk to her anymore by the end. And if Pinkie wanted to tell any of the others something, she had to do it through a Rainbow. Because they didn't want anything to do with her.
You know what they needed?
Smooches?
They needed a bucket.
Gotta fill that bucket. Mares. And that's literally a line in the song. It's just, you gotta find a bucket and fill it with mares. It's like, yes. Good.
But, Michael,
yeah,
how do you fill a bucket with mares?
You can find a bucket and put mares in it.
Okay, but mares are pretty big.
You get a bucket.
So, if we got a chainsaw,
no, you
can fill it with so many mares.
No evil.
As long as you're not looking about putting the whole mare in there, you could put lots of mares.
Wow. It's dark.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to.
Like,
the bucket demands it.
I'm trying to think of more dark moments of Fallout Equestria that really just kind of were messed up. The stasis pods for foals in the hospital was probably the moment in Fallout Equestria Project Horizons that tells you, oh, this is going to be darker than the original, is the hospital. Because the whole thing with the hospital is foals that were injured to the point where they could no longer sustain themselves. They were missing limbs, they were missing organs, they were horribly, horribly maimed by explosions. They were put into stasis pods to keep them alive until they could get the organs and stuff they needed to survive, which they were just kind of farm growing organs at that point. But when the bombs fell, of course the hospital stopped functioning, but the foals were still in the stasis pods. So I think and they go insane because they're conscious. They're able to like talk and communicate and stuff through computers. So they're just trapped in these stasis pods for hundreds of years. When Blackjack finds them, she makes the choice to cut life support, killing several dozen foals. Of course, they were like hundreds of years old, but still. Their minds had basically become the minds of, I don't know if you remember in Doctor Who, where the remnants of humanity in the distant future, where they're just balls floating in space and they've become like children. You remember that episode? It was something massive.
I remember something with it, but I don't remember it.
It's pretty much that. They had become those balls.
The children became balls.
Well, they had the mentality of those balls, yes. Which was, I think, they were the remnants of humanity that survived past the end of the universe by basically making themselves immortal in balls that floated through space. And their mental state had degraded to the point of children. So when they sent them through a time portal back to Earth, they started killing people because they thought it was a game.
Yeah, I think I remember it. It was a long time ago. Was that Tennant?
I believe that was either Tennant or Matt Smith. I want to say it was. I want to say it was Tennant, but I could be wrong.
I feel like that feels like a Davies thing.
Yeah. Who? We're talking about Doctor Who. Exactly.
I'm British. Woo!
They had the the new Doctor's been, I think, had a bunch of episodes. I don't know. He's probably had multiple seasons.
If Tennant's returned and get me to go back to watching it.
Yeah, I don't care too much. I enjoyed it, but I
gotta fix her hair.
The writing after I forgot the one that
Do you want me
that
to
was
run upstairs to see if I can fix her hair like in 10 minutes?
No, because it's not going to matter.
Okay. You seemed to be upset about it last time, and then I completely forgot.
Well, yeah, because you're going to complain that you had too much to do.
I'm doing this right now.
I know.
I'm drinking booze and watching you.
It's fine. I'll just have to mark this one not complete.
I'm pretty sure the hair is already done. I just probably forgot to look. It's probably on the model. It just needs to be included in the compile file.
It rhymes.
Yeah.
The price of resin has stuck with me in the interaction with Blackjack and the Crusaders. Blackjack didn't listen and one got torn apart by ghouls, and later Blackjack, as a drug-fueled rage, crippled another for life.
I think she comes across the one survivor from the Crusaders later, and she's blaming herself for their deaths. But the one remaining Crusader looks at her and says, "You kidding? We were dead regardless of anything you did." Like, it's crazy out there. A bunch of children wandering the wasteland. We were doomed from the start. And I think even that one ends up getting killed. Like, even after, like, that's the one survivor. And I think that all the Crusaders end up dying. Every last one of them. And the one who survived long enough to look at Blackjack and go, like, stop giving yourself so much credit. Like, it's not your fault. She blamed herself for the Crusaders' deaths. The ones that she witnessed, anyways. There was a lot that she didn't witness. I think the one crazy thing is they actually managed to, if you read the epilogue to Project Horizons, they managed to actually find Silver Spoon, who was kind of wandering around with the ghouls, and they kind of take her in and, like, get her new glasses, and she just kind of reintegrates. Because I think among the ghouls, she was actually still sane, at least to the point where she was speaking, but then she just didn't understand that all of her, all the ponies around her were just a bunch of cruel ghouls. Didn't really make a lot of sense, but it was what it was. She was just looking at her, and the thing that kept her sane, the one thing that kept her, like, motivated, was she was always searching for Diamond Tiara, who, if you listen to recordings, she died horribly.
Yeah, because nothing's positive.
No, she was put in charge of a prison as a do-nothing job that her dad got her. So that it would keep her out of the war. When the bombs fell, the prisoners broke out and eventually broke into her office. That's the last you hear from Diamond Tiara. But I think she knew they were about to get in, and she slit her wrists or something.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think she knew they were about to break into her office, and she slit her wrists because she didn't want to be raped.
You are just Captain Positive about all the
It's
stories.
not positive. I'm reminiscing.
I know, but I brought it up before, but you're just so pessimistic. And now here you are, just like, you're like, I love these books where people get tortured and horribly mutilated.
They're well written.
They're the ones that I remember.
I remember a lot of I remember them.
Tell me about the fanfic that you read that was all about cute horses doing cute things and nothing more.
I'm sure there's one of them. I mean, Australia had cute horses doing cute things.
Okay,
all the time.
that was the whole basis of the story.
Not the whole, but it happened.
No, there were some horrible things that happened. There was melty ponies. They got melted.
She smooched golden petals.
Yeah, like every now and then. There was like a little smoochie.
They got
like, tell me one, because I know many that I've read.
What about the Rourke burrito?
Michael, give me one story.
Definitely is a background pony. That one's dark as hell.
See, you're all reading the dark stuff. You like cute ponies, but instead, all I've learned is you like cute ponies being horribly and physically and mentally abused.
No.
Then why don't you read positive ones?
What's a positive one?
There are. I could go through my list and find a many.
Isn't porn.
There's one that's about Rainbow Dash being a duck and inside of a duck, like a bird pond, and like quack quack, I'm a duck.
You were reading these for dumb fan fictions.
No, that was one from a while ago. It was well, there's quite a few. I have quite a few on my list, Michael, that aren't just about being sad and depressed.
The work burrito. There's just
at least, and if you expand it beyond at least not being mortally and mentally completely obliterated and abused, there's some that have a challenge that comes along. So, like, obviously,
you haven't read Heroes, right?
No.
All happy ponies.
Why did you ask if I read it or not?
Because if you had read it, you would have already known that. Because Heroes is super happy. So
hold on, I gotta. Hold on, I can see.
I'm gonna fix my shirt and be presentable. I didn't remember your password. Are you just in here all the time?
No, because I have a password manager. I remember one password. It's very long, but it's one password.
Clap it.
Let's see here. Stories, not my published stories. Where do I have like?
Wait, you have published stories?
No, I don't. It's
no. Click it.
No, I have.
I don't.
I don't have any stories. It's how many I have favorited.
Let's see. Why do you have followers on here if you don't have any stories?
I don't know. People are following me on here. Oh, like Newfound Brony.
One
I know
of them
that
is
one. Nolan, yeah, that makes sense too. I know I've seen Professor Plum's Warhorse makes sense.
I like the Hidden Derp.
Surya. Those are the ones I know. No, it's because I was linked from other people's accounts for whatever.
Every
favorites. There we go.
Every story that has ponies in it is a happy story because ponies are cute.
So let's see here. Asylum, that gets a little abusive. Those are all like.
You're really having to scroll down to find that.
Bird flu. That was where she got the bird flu.
No, she turned.
Rainbow has a fever. Unfortunately for her, the cure is not simply more cowbell. It's up to her to find the cure and bring their friend back to brink of birdom.
It's dark. That's like probably body horror shit.
Some of these I'm not going to remember. Terrible Taxi Tribulation to Twilight Sparkle. I think that was just more of a comedy one. An Old Coot. That was kind of sad, but otherwise not too bad. Contraptionology. That's a fun one. That's actually like a pretty long one too. It's all like steampunk ponies. Okay. I mean, look at the picture, Michael. Like a little, look at her. You got a jetpack. She's
Touching stars.
I'm not going to remember half of any of the stuff in here. Oh crap!
Yeah.
Some of these I think I favorited because of fanfic stuff, but
why are there so many?
I have 15 pages.
See,
Sunny Skies All Day Long. That's a good one. That's a funny one.
There's your bad fanfiction ones in here.
No, there's only a couple. I was early on when I was doing it. That one's Australia. Some of these I'm not remembering though, because I read them so long ago. Remember this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I knew you'd get it eventually.
I forgot the name of any of them. That's a happy one.
It does have violence and lots of violence.
So does the show.
Okay.
So yeah, Fall of the Forest. I'm counting Fall of the Forest as a happy one.
Nobody gets abused or injured?
That's not fair. The show has ponies get abused and injured.
Oh yeah, it's I'll always be here for you. It's about Twilight and Rainbow adopting Scootaloo.
And then they smooch.
And that's a pretty long story, but it's kind of cool. So like, see, Michael, I'm like looking at some of the good ones and you're all just like, this one's actually one of my favorites. It's really weird, and the armor thing only kind of sort of makes sense. But this is a pretty decent one.
No, that is kind of implied in the show that just going outside is very dangerous.
Well, it's like she travels like. I can't remember the whole thing about it, but I just remember the name. It's a dangerous business going out your door, because it's an interesting name. And I remember the armor, but it's rated really well. It's got like a lot of thumbs ups. Spring is done.
No smooching.
Mothers. There's a lot of like Scootaloo and Rainbow ones.
More shipping. What do you liked the shipping?
Well, that's written by the woodworking guy.
Yeah. Look at all these ship fics. He's kind of
no. That's Australia
You've been
right
reading
there.
a lot of ship fics.
I haven't read these in.
Well, you should be.
Most of these were read in 2016, maybe before. Rainbow Namicon.
See, if you were actively
Bright Eyes,
I might read some of them, but you're not actively reading.
Bright Eyes is a popular one. No, I'm just saying, like you talk
Twilight
about it, but
Sparkle
like
goes to bed. Oh, that sounds fun.
It's a really short one. I don't remember what that one was about. First Hours. Oh, that was a Past Sins prequel. Yeah. A New Way. Actually, I remember something with that one. That was a pretty new one.
Past Sins was. I don't think anyone gets injured.
Wise Beyond Your Years is a part of a different series that I actually really like. No, that was a different one that I'm thinking. That was Penstroke. That was a one-off.
There really isn't any fighting in Past Sins. Luna or
no Past Sins, but it is about like emo and depression for a lot of it.
It is a lot of emo, yeah, but it's not really violent.
It's about a changeling adopting Scootaloo.
It's weird.
That's where the whole Applejacks.
That's where the shipping started.
This whole picture was where the Applejacks video came from, because of that picture. Sky is falling. I like the face.
Oh no, I'm gonna put it back. I like that picture.
Changing Lives is You Can Fight Fate, which is I believe a sequel to or You Can Fight Fate, which is I believe a sequel to Decision Time, which I believe is a sequel to Hard Reset. If I remember right. Fall Equestria.
I'm so sorry, Miss Scootaloo.
I got so many on here. How to Preen Your Chicken.
I have read that one.
So okay, you did do one at
It's
least.
very short, but I did read that.
There's so many on here. I just hit the halfway point.
You need to get back to it, and then if you were reading them, you'd be like, "I'm reading this one right now." It could be like a book club. Let's have a.
We used to have a pony book club.
I want a pony book club.
Our local brony used to have a book club.
Yeah.
I think we went through like 4 books or so, and we'd all pick like a stopping point. We'd all read up through the book.
I would love a pony book club.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. Well, where is it now?
Well, Kyle ran it.
Well, that's not going to start back. I'm going to go use the restroom.
Intermajesty's Royal Service. Look at that one, Michael. Look, it's a cool little on the thing.
That is a stallion.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
You got to check.
I'm not the school.
You know what? Well, you're gone because you're up. Yeah, I'll give you another one. Oh my god, I got so many on here. There's a lot of shipping fics from the original, whatever. But I used to be that I would just read before bed, and this is where it was good. Oh, Lines and Webs, that was a really good one. It was, I believe, yeah, this one was 2 stories, and I don't remember what the first one was. Whatever. A lot of like everybody had like at least one where one character, the main 6 was a changeling secretly and didn't know it. Bluebird Song was actually, I was going to make a video based on, because I really like Bluebird Song. It's actually the reason I like Rainbow Dash more than Twilight. That was because for the longest Twilight is my favorite. But that's kind of showed a different side of Rainbow potentially that I liked. Yeah, there's another changeling one. Yeah, there's so many on here. Disco's Daughter was really good. Que Sera Sarah, I believe that one had a sequel. I think that means what is or something. Oh, whatever will be is what it stands for. That one's actually really fun too, because for 15,000 words it packs a punch. It tells a lot, so it's pretty good. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite pictures. Oh, it's too small. Yeah, it's like Red Lobster standing by. Come in, book fort. Over. It's like, this is book fort. She might goes out here to see the coot. But anyway, I used to read a lot of those. I would go through like sometimes one a week, and I would. The fun thing about mid 2015 Brony fandom was there was a lot of big fics that were actually pretty decent, and they were being updated like weekly. And so there was like 4 or 5 stories I was reading at a time, and it was like a television show where every week on like Friday somebody would put out a new chapter with like 5,000 words, and I'd be like, every Friday I was like, oh yeah, before bed I get to go read the new chapter. I really like that because it made a story that felt like you could experience it with other people. It felt episodic in a way, and I really liked that. Australia kind of was that way, but by the time I got caught up, it wasn't long before it got shut down. Yeah, I really like that. That was a lot of fun. Also, it was nice having a book that you could just read like a couple thousand words and then stop, not have to like. I think Past Sins. When I did Past Sins, I was up until. I think for the last third of the book, I plowed through it in like 8 hours, and I was up to 4 in the morning. So sometimes it's nice to not having to worry about that. Martian is a fusion of the sci-fi book, the / movie, The Martian. Interesting. Oh, Martian. Okay, I get it. Yeah, right now I'm still trying to read Asimov. I've kind of taken a break for a little while, but I read through all of the Robots series, which was like 5 books, and I started the Empire series. I finished Stars Like Dust, I think. Was that the one I'm on? No, Currents. Space Currents. I read, and now I'm thinking I'm on Stars Like Dust. There's 3 in the Empire series. Then I'm gonna get the Foundation. But the the Currents one I couldn't really get into, and it took me a while. This one seems a lot better, but it's still taking a little bit. But it's gonna be a while because I don't wanna start watching the Foundation's next season until I've caught up through about that point in the Foundation book series. But it's so much I have to get through still. I own all the books. I just haven't sat down to take the time to read it. But also, I think while I was reading it is about the time when I started focusing on getting the D&D stuff started, and instead of reading, I was just writing. So I think that made up for some of that time. I want to see how the lights look from the other camera angle. So I think when it's actually pretty dim, like these 3, I don't want to like darken it to dark, but I think I need to darken it a bit more to actually give it a feeling of like shadowing. I definitely want to add a little bit more rim light. Because with how the volumetrics are set up, it definitely implies that the lights are much closer, which means you should have a really sharp, bright light at the rims and stuff. But that also means, like here, I want her eyes to get a little. I guess that's about as dark as they're gonna get. I think anything other than that, I'm going to have to worry about other lights being cut off, and that's going to be tough. I can maybe find them. What light is lighting your eyes, miss? AG about to open a can of whoop ass. She probably is. I think she's always ready for a can of whoop ass. It's waiting for it to be one light up. Yeah, that's where it is. It's just that one. I think I think it is. Yeah. Where's this light coming? Okay. This is going to be a tough one to cover. Thank you very much. Also, The Martian is kind of a sequel to a comedy series, The Changeling Space Program, which is hilarious. Their first rocket attempt. See, that's I've had a couple where like the third book in a series was good, but the first two were a slog, and it's hard to recommend a series that's like, if you read the first two books, it gets good. Like, no,
Forest was good all the way through.
No, yeah, no, I'm saying that's happened before. Fall of the Forest was actually pretty good. Fall of the Forest got better. I actually feel like sometimes it's like the person was a little novice in starting, and they improved as they went, but they started out pretty solid. They like created a decent base and apparently had a plan. Because like I think my biggest problem with a lot of the books is it feels like somebody had an end in plan, and then they just made mush to get to the end, or they had random idea and then didn't know how to finish it. That's where like the biggest thing I think Fallout Equestria had for itself was it felt planned. Yeah. It felt like everything from beginning to end was written down and outlined and had a full plan for the whole thing, and then it was filled in from there, which is kind of how a normal story would be written to a degree.
There's only one complaint I have about Fall of the Forest.
What is that?
No mare smooches. They all smooched stallions.
Yeah?
No mare smooches.
I mean, like normal societies that have to maintain population?
Doesn't seem necessary.
It's okay. I'm not going to live forever as long as I have bears smooching right now. If I shadow this light, it would technically fix the eye thing. How am I not at my limit on lights? Because now...
The Martians. Like the Martians.
Okay, her eye light here.
Any pun you can say with mare. It's the best. Listen to like one of the
Or just horse.
One of the albums I just listened to was Mercelium. Instead of Mercelium.
Okay, there.
Stuff.
So now as her eyes are leaving the light, she actually has her eyes go dim, and then when she comes back into the light, this one could probably be delayed just a little bit. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna round the end so it starts out a little bit. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to put an actual a light on her eye for this one. But overall, compared to a lot of the others, it won't be too bad. All I'm going to really do is have her blink and stare forward. She has a look of determination. Having her looking around is not the look I want. She's going to be basically staring forward the whole time.
I did have another idea for it would be a kind of Adobe Premiere, like an anthology bit with horse, where you'd have like a cartoon or something where they go to substitute one ingredient for another ingredient. I think there might be something in the show Chowder where they substitute the other ingredient and it goes very poorly because they did. And I just want them to be out of My Little Pony. There's no My Little Pony left, and the substitution is that Uma show. They're like, we could just use this instead. And then it all goes horribly wrong.
But it didn't. Mm-hmm. To you it did.
They're not horses. You're all in denial.
Michael.
Yeah.
I'm thinking what would probably help this scene a lot, maybe you'll agree, is putting little workstations in the background here. Like, to me, it feels like a big empty space, but if there was like carts and maybe something that was like knocked over and like a horse with a couple people with like welding helmets on and stuff, people doing work.
It's a lot of extra work.
Oh yeah, but I think it would, because what the whole Applejack's in the shot, the purpose of the shot existing is to show industry. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it shows like a conveyor belt and stuff, but it doesn't show like full industry, and I think it would need that. And I think it would really help because it feels a little like blank in the in between. I could move some of these closer, but then I'd have to redo a lot of stuff.
The aesthetic I thought you were going for is that everything is automated. There'd be a couple ponies.
Well, no, there's automated. No, it's not going to be like a work line. It's going to be like maintenance crew.
Yeah.
People working on small things like quality control. Like sometimes something may be pulled off a line, but doing a little manual work to it could put it back into production.
I'm reminded of like the jobs in China where they just watch the conveyor belt to make sure everything is okay, and they're just sitting on a stool looking bored as heck.
But those people are to have a job that if something goes wrong, that they can stop it before it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
That's what AI is the best job for replacing, is to have an AI camera that's just looking at something on a line and knowing when to recognize when some are errors. LTT just put out a video about Kioxia where they're using AI to look at like silicon chips to find defects. So that you normally used to be by eye, but now it can just look at stuff and find defects that they didn't know were defects.
Well, a lot of it too, at least in China's regard, is they try to keep the employment high, so they create nothing jobs.
Yeah, which is, I mean, if that's between that and no job,
yeah,
I mean, a job is better.
They still pay people to sweep the streets with a broom just because. Yes, they could have a street sweep to it, but then there'd be fewer jobs.
I'm looking for anything machine.
Was that a Trixie?
Oh, there we go.
$4 machine?
Let's
go back.
It's the de-stallioning machine.
Oh no. Oh no. Go back. I saw something. There it is. There's what I saw. It's a fortune teller machine, but Trixie.
Yeah, it's from the Canterlot War Games.
The Killed 2000.
Well, let's instead look for cart. I was almost looked up fart. Looking for just like a little roller cart.
There you are. That was kind of rusty, but that was perfect.
No,
that's what we use at our work.
I don't want wood. I want something like this.
Oh, okay, well then why not that?
Because I wanted something wider.
Oh, there's a good one.
I'm using that one. But that's like a movement of like items. I'm looking for more like a work cart. Something that you would have like tools on and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
That's closer, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Hand carts are pretty good.
Those are called dollies.
Oh, that's pretty decent, but it would be kind of... Actually, that's just a nice filler.
It's a forklift thing.
It's a dolly.
No, the other thing was a dolly. That's a forklift.
No, this is called equipment dolly.
Who calls that a dolly?
Because it's by hand. A forklift, I think you sit in.
That thing lifts. And it uses a fork to do it.
Okay, so a forklift does fully lift. A lot of the times, these ones, if you look at it, there's nothing to lift it high. It's just a normal like a hand truck, like a, oh god, what are they called? Pallet jack. It's an electronic pallet jack. It's enough to get it lifted up and move it, a really heavy item, so you don't have to do it by hand. Because I remember having to move like 2,000-pound pallets.
So it is lifting it.
But only by like a little bit.
And it's a fork.
But a forklift usually is for lifting things like 6-10 feet in the air. Yeah, this is basically an electronic pallet jack.
Lifter jack.
There was one that we pulled out of a truck that was one that you stand in. So like it looks like this, but it's like at a 90-degree bend. You're standing sideways, and then it just like you control it and it mechanically moves around. That was really weird. They shouldn't have been playing with it on the dock. We were technically moving them for another company, but this is why you don't use cheap transportation, because they don't give a shit. Hot tip. I don't want to put too much in the background there, because too much in the background is going to cover up kind of what's going on. So like,
it's just not so busy it turns into a Where's Waldo as far as where Applejack is.
No, Applejack's always going to be in the front.
Yeah,
nothing's going to be between her and this thing. This thing might be a little bit big for what I'm looking to do. I might just move it like here. Can you see that? Yes. Okay.
I don't know if they ever talk about who runs the armor factory. I think it's just like, I know she has her cousin Brayburn running the munitions factory. And I
yeah,
think,
this one calls it a pallet truck. Why is it called pallet e-truck?
well, see, that's just yeah, a pallet lift. That's what the other thing is. The other one's just electronic.
Well, yeah, but they call it like,
manual.
It's, like we call it a pallet jack, but like pallet truck is another
It's not a
common
dolly.
name.
That's much.
No, the other one is dolly because it was electric.
No, being it just makes.
That's what it was named.
They named it wrong.
You contact the company that made that model and you tell them.
Some
Yeah.
dude doing it wrong doesn't know what the name of shit is. That thing you just pass is
This could be from Batman.
scroll up. There was a dolly. I saw.
These are all under dolly carts.
No, wait.
Dolly cart. These are all considered.
They're not.
These
all
are, so this is a dolly.
Wait. One of those
These are all under dolly
not a
cart.
dolly.
What is this? Isn't
That's a dolly.
okay. Well, this isn't.
No, it's a hand cart.
No. This says equipment dolly.
Not everything can be a dolly.
This dolly is. This one's called a hand cart, not a dolly.
That is a dolly. I will slap somebody.
Oh, this is dolly.
That appears to be a mobile food stand.
It's for rotisserie chicken.
Some people have never worked in a warehouse and it shows.
So like, I could probably use this one here. But I might have to shrink it a little bit because it's a little bit big. It's too tall for horse. Is what I kind of mean.
Well, then no, they would push it with their mouth. So as long as it's like snoot level,
You can push it with your mouth, but normally the items that are on the top are meant to be easily accessible at arm level. So if they had it at mouth level to push it, it would be too high.
honestly, it makes more, that card doesn't make any sense for a horse.
No, it doesn't at all. But it's what it neither does gun.
I mean, you should have. They would be pulling, not pushing things.
No, because even for us, pulling would be better, but it's just more efficient to be able to push.
That's because we have hands.
They have mouths.
Whining on the
What?
metal bar.
No, you know what would be the easiest is having two little footsteps right down here that they put both two legs on, and then they walk with it with their back legs. That would be the best way,
Yeah.
right? It'd be easier to push. The handle doesn't have to be up here. They could put the handles down here at foot level, right?
No, because then it would kick up. I'm gonna try to.
How would it kick up?
I mean, if you push any, put any downward force, the top's gonna pop. The front's gonna pop up.
This front's going to pop up when you're putting pressure directly on the wheels here, straight down.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be worse up here because of leverage, right?
Well, they're just pushing it there.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with their front legs.
Yeah, you gotta put weight up down.
They don't have to. It's at an angle. You're not an engineer, so you're not doing the engineering thing.
My degree says otherwise.
Are you a mechanical engineer?
No.
No. So shut up. I was hoping to find pile of tools. There was one kind of like placing individual models to build things is not less efficient than just finding somebody that already pre-built a lot of things on one thing just to make it efficient. Because having one model with a bunch of tools on a platform is a lot easier to load and maintain than having a bunch of single ones. Okay, there's only one group that I saw right towards the beginning.
Should have in the background of Applejacks Factory just some mayor's pillow fighting.
thinking this might be too big though.
It's the Applejack canon to the original, where she's like got mandatory mare pillow fights happening in her factory. Why does I was gonna say you got just junk littering the ground. Applejack wouldn't stand for that.
No, I'm working on it, Michael. You know, I know how to fix this. Okay, so first we need to load a pony.
That's a cool one. I like that one. That's the ball.
God, what did they put as their Oh, it's models. That's what it was. Okay, more than likely, this whole factory is going to be run by Earth ponies.
I was thinking it, but I was going to let you decide.
Let's use Lucky Clover. See, Michael, I'm loading in horses.
I mean, a lot of the managers in her Applejack had a bit of a nepo thing going on because she had trust issues, especially after the assassination attempt on her life, where she started the only ones who really managed her factories and shit were family members.
Manage, yes, but you still need workers unless it goes and like clones a bunch of them.
Like, I think when everyone else started turning on Applejack and kind of like plotting against her, the only one who was still on her side, even in her own factories, was her cousin Brayburn. Who was trying to warn her of shit that was going down and gave her little Macintosh to protect herself or something.
Isn't the Apple family already a bunch of clones?
I figured they just don't take they never take cold showers, and that's why there's so many of them.
No, I know. I thought it was just like they're all clones because they don't have much genetic diversity.
It's also true. No, I think it was a short thing where they talked about cousin Brayburn, but he was like on the ground floor, so his ear was to the wall as far as the discontent of other factory workers and stuff going down. And he actually became very concerned for Applejack and started warning her, like, hey, like, these people are, they want to hurt you.
Yeah.
I have to like look back at the part about Brayburn. It's short, but he was pretty involved in like at least trying to keep Applejack safe.
If I could use a revamped, I could bash the nose in to make it fit a little better. But I gotta be careful who I use because most
you want to use background ponies, you don't want to use like
I want to have somebody that's a background. I could use just Doctor Who's and recolor. Because he's kind of just the basis of male.
He's the base male model. There's Nightlight.
He's fairly nondescript.
I can't remember his name.
Noteworthy, it says.
Okay.
But it's nondescript enough.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all. So there you go. Use him.
No, if I'd use, then I can always recolor. But by using him, so I can put the welding, whatever. It probably needs to be a little bigger just to like fully cover the size of the head. Okay, so that's about as big as I can get it. But then if I want to put it like say here, just so it's not like sitting so far forward because of nose, the revamped have a nose bone.
Can't you just have the tilt up a bit? Does it have to be flat? Because it wouldn't.
No, because
on a pony's face.
It will be on this one.
But that squished the pony's face.
Michael's a stallion.
I know, but still, you're gonna try to squish some airs. I know you are.
Oh, damn it. I can't grab that one little part of the nose? Really? Wait, can I just get rid of your head?
Well, I would get rid of the ears, so...
I can get rid of your body, but I can't get rid of your head? Boo.
But the face doesn't matter. You could use a VN model.
No, because it still gets rid of most of it. So I can do that. If I kept the nose as it would still be a little tough. But I wanted a little bit of welding goggles. Let's get to...
Couldn't you just given him goggles?
Yeah, but that's not safe.
It's not as safe. But nobody who works in a factory actually follows safety rules unless, like...
Michael, you are the captain of cutting corners. Just because you are like, safety's not important doesn't mean somebody that's been working in welding for 10 years doesn't want to, like, not die of cancer.
Yeah, but a guy who's working in welding for 20 years, he's foregoing the safety equipment, I guarantee you. Unless he thinks somebody's watching.
If he's shooting hot molten metal at his face...
He's used to getting burned.
His eyes?
He probably covers his eyes, maybe.
Well, then why not use the whole protection?
Because it's encumbering.
And he can say that, but I bet you that his company, who then has to pay the medical bills, is going to say no. The safety is not for the person. The safety is for the company.
Yeah, but if he works for himself...
Does he look like he's working for himself here?
He's working for the weekend.
Most people practice safety.
And we know for a fact the Fallout Equestria universe safety was not a priority. Like, in a lot.
This type of safety, sure. Safety for advancement. Doing stupid things to advance. Not doing stupid things for, like, not wearing safety stuff when it's like cheap. Wearing a helmet like that is pennies compared to any injury.
It's not about the cost. It's about...
For a company, it is. They don't care if you get injured or not. They just want to pay for it.
I'm not saying they shouldn't be. I'm saying they don't. They should absolutely be wearing the safety stuff. But if you've been doing a job for 15 plus years, you're going to just not care anymore. I like cute little Archer. have what's that dragon's name? Oh, I got it. Don't tip my tongue. It's not Ember. It's close though.
I want a cherry picker. But I don't know if they're just called cherry pickers, aren't they?
Cherry pickers are spider lifts.
I can try left. Well, cherry picker is about the thing that's used for, like, holding an engine up.
Cherry picker is going to be a bucket that a person can be in, and then it's for lifting a person. What are you looking for?
That's not a cherry picker.
Yes, it is. That's the bucket lift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what is the thing that's used for, like...
I never worked in automotive.
Engine stand? No, that's not... It's the thing that usually you hook an engine up to hoist...
Add with chains.
Yeah, these stands are commonly referred to as cherry pickers.
That's not a cherry picker.
But they're generally called it.
I've never... Cherry pickers is the bucket thing.
Yes, but
this is upsetting me right now.
But this is what it says here, and that agrees with my thought that was called. Yeah, these are designed to support large engines by their engine mounts or flywheel transmission case mounts, preventing damage to fragile components like oil pans. Blah blah blah.
I left my phone upstairs, so I'm using.
So this does agree with me.
Yeah, well, it's AI.
But we also have Duck Duck Grey Duck here, so who knows? This is engine stand. But I'll check lift right now. But lift is going to be
Engine
like
hoist.
Okay, yeah, hoist sounds better, but it's also cherry picker.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for. Haha.
When you actually don't call it nonsense.
No, it was cherry picker. AI agreed with me, and considering that just last week you went up to AI, looked at it, and said, "This confirms me." You can't pick and choose.
I know what a cherry picker is.
Yeah, see,
And that's an engine hoist.
it's an engine hoist, but you see what color it is? It's fucking cherry.
All you need.
Yeah.
Oh no. You're gonna lift the pony with it.
No, I'm gonna have him back there kind of working on stuff. I wanted to have where he's like underneath doing something with like an armor piece that's kind of floating there, because then it can show, like right now I have all the helmets, but having something that shows like the full armor could be kind of neat. So what is the name of that armor? That was just power armor, I think.
I mean, you always just use the armor off of steel hooves.
Yeah, that's usually what I use. And actually, it might just be called steel hooves.
Yeah, I think it's just steel hooves. There's a rusted out version of them. Did you do a different paint job?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, that's
That's a V1. This is the one I use.
that one's all rusted. Is there non-rusted? Because you,
Do you know how easy it is to remove the rust?
I think you already did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at.
Yes, I was certain you already did.
All you have to do to this is say, take this, remove red.
Yeah.
He's not steel hooves. He's oxidized hooves.
Good old
Okay.
Applejacks. She's just like, leave the armor on. We'll make it work.
Come over here, big boy. I didn't even realize it had a Q mark. It's always been hidden by the gun. I literally didn't even know it.
The Applejack Ranger mark.
It's fine. I can hide that easy. All right.
Well, I mean, that is the mark that should be on it. I think that is the symbol of her factory.
Yeah, but I don't like the color.
Okay.
This armor more than likely is going through QC. He's doing manual work on it. They probably haven't stamped it yet.
Yeah.
And I don't want
I think
like
you
the
would have had the like Lunar Republic colors.
and I don't want the full armor here anyway. They're doing like work on parts of things, so more than likely these two front legs are going to be 0.
I don't know. Taking off his armor takes his limbs with it. I do remember the panic he was in when Little Pip was accessing his computer when he was knocked out, and she was actually about ready to tell the armor to open to let the occupant out of the armor, and he screamed no, because it would have absolutely ripped him apart. But she came real close to opening his armor, which, if it melted to his skin, would have ripped off all of his skin.
It's fine. You got drugs.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you can only have so much of your face and limb skin ripped away before you go into shock and die. Though he was a Kendrick ghoul at the same time, so I don't know. It probably would have hurt to no end.
I wonder if I can also hide the head. Yeah, I might just do it like that.
They're just working on that part.
Yeah, because I don't want to make it look like a complete piece of armor. I want to make it look like it's something that's kind of an in-progress piece.
Going through quality control.
Well, at this point, it would have been after quality control. Quality control would have been about figuring out what's wrong with it. Then they would have figured out how to fix it, and then it would have been past the engineers to actually do the
quality
fixing.
analysis, then.
Well, no. If it's at this point, it's already past quality. They've determined rework, and now it's up to the engineers or somebody that's qualified to do the work. The quality engineer's not going to do the work. They're not qualified to do the work. They're there to determine what works needs to be done.
That was kind of funny in my job. My boss went out to train some people to do what I do. And they did it for a while, but we recently got a phone call from them saying, like, we can't actually keep up with this. We need to send it to you. And it's like, oh, joy. I sometimes wonder if they know I'm one person.
Sometimes I think that you're two people.
I take up the room.
All right. The problem with this is it feels a little tall, and I can't make this any longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take...
Could make the stand short or smaller.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I just wasn't saying things until I got closer to figuring that out.
Do they wear socks in the armor? Of course. They're all wearing stockings, knee highs.
Okay, well, it's not gonna... Oh, actually, I don't want to have it scale too, because that's not the right size then.
Yes.
See, now that's a better spot for it. But balancing wise, this doesn't feel right. That still feels a little off. It's probably be more like this. I'm trying to think of like weight balance.
I do have a lab coat, but after a while I stopped wearing it. Yeah, it protected my clothing, but I don't care anymore. It's uncomfortable. It's heavy. It's especially in the summer months. It's kind of stifling. And the worst that happens is I burn some holes in my clothes, which I've mostly managed to avoid.
But you have really nice clothes.
No, yeah, only the nicest.
You have various shades of black.
Mm-hmm. Hides all the oil I spill on myself.
Is that why it's all black? Just to hide the oil?
Helps. If I spill any hot solder, it's mostly on my pants, and denim can survive.
Hey, baby. Want to see my hot solder?
The worst I've ever seen anybody hurt themselves with solder was one guy who got it in his eyes because he wasn't wearing the safety equipment that you were talking about.
All right, so we do need to fix some of these because I only cleaned the head. The head was a separate model, so I do need to clean the chest and all that.
Oh, and lab coats look cool if you don't actually need them. And what I mean by that is they're not covered in oil and shit,
Michael,
and everything else.
Michael, where do you put your pocket protector?
Yeah. If you have a lab coat that you can manage to keep clean forever, sparkling white, then you didn't ever need that lab coat. Just saying. The lab coat is there to protect your clothing. Like in Half-Life 2, if you look at their lab coats, they're disgusting. And yes, they're very old, but at the same time, it's because they do need them, clearly, or they wouldn't be disgusting. If they were clean, well then, you could do without it. That's why I think it's funny every time I see like television shows or anything where the doctors are wearing perfectly clean lab coats. Either they're getting a new lab coat every like month, or they don't need that lab coat. Bleach can only do so much for like burns and oil and shit, man. I bleached my lab coat several times. It only got so much out. I just stopped wearing it after a while. I still have them. They're at work. I sit on them mostly. They drape over my chair.
Wait, that said... Okay, did you chest clean? Okay. All right, that is chest. Let's see if that's all I need to do. More than likely, I got to do tail too. Okay. All right, so that did that. I'm not sure what that inside part is.
Just rusted up, whatever it is.
So this is pipe. or something. I would call that neck. So let's try neck.
I used to wear it every time I started doing repairs, but then I think part of it came to the point that my work picked up so much that I was wearing it all day because I would take it off when I didn't need it, and then I would put it on when I did. It got to the point where there was never a point where I didn't need to be wearing it, which caused me to just stop wearing it.
Until suddenly you get a big knife through the chest.
The lab coat would have stopped.
Yes.
Yes.
It would have saved your life.
Yes, that Kevlar lab coat.
Yes. See, you didn't know that. Your boss actually cares and really invested in your well-being.
He really paid a lot for those lab coats.
Yeah, but if it were to happen, the first thing to say is, why weren't you wearing your lab coat?
Why weren't you wearing your lab coat? As I look at them.
Yeah, that's why you lost the lawsuit.
Yes. No, trust me, there's plenty of stains in that lab coat. I used to bring them home.
Do I need a black light?
No, you don't need a black light.
What have you been doing to the ponies, Michael?
I wear the lab coat.
Like the ponies like
I
it.
handle the ponies.
Okay. That fixed part of it. But these weird horn tubes, I got to figure that out. Well, for one, tail's easy. Okay, no, I don't want that one. I want this one. Let's do tail now.
Now, show me somebody who has a lab coat that has stains so deep that they're never coming out no matter how much bleach they use, and I'll show you somebody who actually needed that lab coat. That's all there is.
All the people at our work just wear smocks.
Smocks are fine.
But
they're like the poor man's lab coat, but yeah.
Well, no, everybody has smocks. They're all the blue smocks, but they're all named. They all have name tags. Mm-hmm. If you are in the labs often, you get your own custom name tagged one. And every day when you're done with it, you drop in the laundry and they wash it for you. So every day there's laundry done. There's guest ones that I've had to wear too. Yeah. And then there is gray colored ones, but gray colored ones are supposed to be for people that do not work at the company and are to be like a hand waving thing of this person shouldn't be touching anything. Mm-hmm. So if they're wearing blue, you're okay. But then they're also supposed to wear orange lanyards. So if they're an orange lanyard, that's also saying external. Wait, no. There's 3 different colored lanyards. I'm supposed to know it. I believe orange is...
Beat you up if you forget.
One's for being a foreign national, and there's a special color for that. Because then you're supposed to be if you see them without anybody around, you're supposed to contact security type thing. So...
Right.
Yeah.
No, I had to wear a blue smock at my last job, and we were supposed to keep them clean, but we didn't really. They replaced them every year. We'd get a new one every year. The smock wasn't as encumbering as the lab coat is. The lab coat can be a bit stifling, but there's there is a certain air of prestige around a lab coat. Because if you're wearing the smock, they're kind of trying to... I feel like the smock exists solely to be you need something to protect you. No, we don't want to give you the prestige that comes with a lab coat.
No, they're doing it because it's when everybody sits down at their station, they have to plug in. They have to take their sleeve and they have to attach it to a ground. Their chairs are grounded. That was everything in my last job. Yeah, everything's grounded, and because everything is too... If something messes up, somebody gets hurt. So their lab is very particular in safety.
Yeah. Ours was the same way, but we always kind of understood that it was all unnecessary, that it was more for show than anything actually practical.
No,
because electronics have come a long way since a bug could damage them.
No, it's not a bug.
1950s.
Some of the very, very, very small parts we have thresholds of static that are well below what we would be able to have in anything else.
Yeah, I installed stuff that required a tweezers and would be the size of smaller than an ant on the tip of your finger.
We don't do tweezers. The machines handle all that. They have big machines that handle all that stuff. But it's done because, again, we're dealing with stuff that could explode.
Yes.
So
if you're actively working next to explosives.
Yes. There's boom booms.
You worry about static.
Yeah, there's a very, very big chance. Like, if lightning is detected within 15 miles, they start lab shutdown.
Yeah.
Miles.
I understand that around explosives. Yes. I never worked with explosives, but we had to do all that stuff too. But we at least understood it was like mostly to make the when the investors came by, they could brag about it and make them happy.
The other thing is when you have those tolerances built in, we have so many walkthroughs for inspections that if they're not doing any of the stuff, it is our lab has already had multiple audit findings for bending some of the rules a little bit, and they are now at the borderline of being shut down.
Yeah.
So like they have to follow it, because if they don't, there's other problems too.
If we weren't wearing our ESD bracelets in my previous job, we would be in trouble.
There's different things that, like, you don't need to wear. Like, if you're doing building a computer, is wearing an ESD bracelet gonna be good? It's good. It's not gonna be bad, but
it's never gonna be bad. But I'm saying, even if you're assembling a motherboard from resistor by diode by capacitor, you don't need it then either. There was a time in history where a tiny amount of static could damage a very fragile component, but we haven't been there for a long time. I mean, yes, it's still true in the realm of microprocessor assembly, but that stuff's all inside of a room that people aren't allowed in all that often anyway.
The Nona Mixer Center where I worked for a long time more than them. No, it's if it's not gonna hurt to wear them stuff. It's just the nature of our work requires it, because we deal with I just turned it back on today. We deal with high explosives, so sparks can be bad. So they don't want to deal with it. So they don't. And then if the electronics mess up, something could potentially fail down a line that could affect somebody's life, not just something not working. And so they're very strict on having everything completely in 100% work. And cheers, Starfire.
I forgot that this was a thing. I had lived a life. Didn't happen anymore.
Let me get this one thing figured out, and then I'll hand it over so I can get that texture done. But I just gotta know which one this is. This is like lamp eye head metal.
Just no smoking at work.
I don't know what texture that is though.
Smooching time? Wow, Nolan, you just assume things.
Well, you know what he just said is he doesn't respect your requests for smooches.
I didn't say I don't respect the request. I'm just saying you seem to expect smooches. I mean, dying yet.
Smooching time.
See, he doesn't. No. He's already said that he doesn't want that. He said it. He was like, "Nope, no, you're expecting things from smooches. He doesn't want it."
Oh boy, smooching time.
I'll get rid of something, but also keep. I can do the dehydrate stuff. Well, let me figure out if I can figure out where this whatever is joints. No, it's not that. Not feet, not arms, not legs. Lamp? No. What is this tube? It's not feet, arms? I mean, I can try this, but it's not. I mean,
should be like that's a hydraulic. Piston. It's a piston.
I know, but there's nothing on here called piston.
And
no, this is this is a tube that's going up to his mask.
I thought you were talking about the other thing, the red thing. You're looking for the rusty thing.
Yeah.
I would think it would be like a yoke.
Let's get rid of that other black thing. No,
That's
like
collar.
nothing in here. No, nothing is matching that. Bolts. Okay, those are just the bolts there. I'll keep those on. It's not suit. It's not chest. It's not metal. It could be actually part of the head. Okay, it's part of the head. But that actually is handy because that means I don't have to do shit. All I have to do is base texture, head clean. Yep, there we go. It was already done. All right, now we have a nice clean piece of armor. So I'll worry about that later. But at least it doesn't distract from things. You can still see the arm picking things up and putting them on the thing. You can still see it doing that. I'll have to work on something being over here and some probably scattered stuff across the ground. It's kind of workspace. Yeah, safety and all that, but I'm going to guess they're also just trying to get it done. So cheers, Gnome. I'm doing a restart of the software just to give him a fresh
What?
No, fresh RAM. I really wish Windows 11 still had it where you could right click and like Windows 10 had it where if you right click like Steam, you could pin games to the top. And that used to be how it always open it. And even a year later, I still want to try to do that.
I still haven't used Windows 10. I don't care.
Donkey ate the last onion. Whatever. No, that's fine. You can stay on as long as you want, as long as but if it causes any problems on the network, I'm going to have some problems with you.
It would have to get through your network.
Oh, so
your infallible network.
I can whitelist everything to your computer. If you're saying that, like, you don't need to update because I put the investment into your protection.
Yes, thank you.
Is that a constipated Pikachu? That looks like a Pikapedi.
That is Pikachu if it was played by Danny DeVito.
No, there's no ham sandwich.
He ate the ham sandwich. He ate the whole rum ham.
Okay, there you go, Michael.
Okay.
Do your thing.
My thing?
Yeah.
I don't know how to use this program.
Says the one that made an anthology short.
Yeah, poorly.
Well, that was anticipated. I offered to make it better, but you were like, no, this is perfection.
Okay, we gotta start. It's your ghost fact.
I know. What I like about doing the ghost facts is that I can just make it anti-Michael.
I never make the ghost facts anti-you. Seems cruel.
So ghosts can smooch.
Good.
And when they smooch, a mare explodes.
Why? Why would that happen?
I don't know, but it's a ghost fact. It's a fact now, right? It's a fact.
No.
Yeah, no, it is because like I've said before, and you're like, nope, it's a ghost fact. I mean, now I'm taking your job. So why are you taking your clothes off?
It's like
I bring up smooches, and you're like, whoa.
Like how she doesn't normally wear clothes. Oh,
So yes, when ghosts smooch, horses die. I hate 11 so much. All my machines are 10 with the free extended security updates. There are things about 11 I like. I really like its multi-monitor support. I like how it handles and gives you options for how to break down screens better when you drag a title to the top. Like for stream, I have chat, the activity feed, and then the stream like image above it, like the preview image, and I can drag things to the corners and then drag a full one across the top with two like vertical ones below it and still drag it and move it correctly when before Windows 10 wouldn't let you do that. Very nice for that. I love auto HDR as an option. I tend to actually have HDR off half the time. Like I was playing Crosscode and the game's auto HDR was not good. It made things blown out too much. So I turned it out there. But in a lot of other games, it's actually not bad. So I really like auto HDR. I like being able to tab in folder windows. Got tiny mouth.
It's all like
it's underbite. I like I'm trying to think of something else I like with Windows 11. That's mainly it. I do not like the new start menu. It took me a while to get to the Metro thing, and then when I actually got used to it, they took it away. I don't like that there's like I can't customize how things are placed in there. I used to group things by like things.
How's it going? Yeah.
I used to group it like programs. Can't anymore. You just favorite things. So now I just hit like Windows S and just search it. But its Windows search is kind of trash, so it doesn't help.
Where is?
I have had some other ones, so I can't think of it at this moment that I've been frustrated by. I do like that you can
Where's this point?
update and shut down, but I don't know if Windows 10 added that function. So you can do an update without having to restart. Yep, add fact. Ghost smooches make mirrors horrifically explode. Well, I didn't say horrifically, but I do like that that was an added bit. So yes.
No.
Though I don't know how you can like not horrifically explode.
Like sometimes I explode in the bathroom. Yeah, it's pretty horrific.
What have you done to the mirrors? Do you have implosive diarrhea?
It's like, hey baby, how you doing? And then he going for the smooch.
Remember not to save.
Why don't you want this to be your video?
Why are you wanting her to smooch a stallion?
And then he's gonna go in for the smooch. Wait, no.
He's going away.
Yes.
That's better than imploding in the bathroom. Yeah, Michael, we don't remember with your implosive diarrhea.
And then steel hose.
He's distracted by horses.
The horses. I remember diarrhea. I have it all the time.
I remember diarrhea. Diarrhea and me are best friends.
And steel hose.
What is that quote? Or there's some quote similar to that.
It's just over here.
But no, I think Windows 11 is fine. I think the main thing I don't like about Windows 11 is it always feels that every time Windows does a big update like that, it's to take something away from you. Thankfully, they haven't had like a huge, in terms of privacy and like control and stuff. I feel like, I forgot what to say now.
Brains. Oh, okay.
Yes, easiest use seems to be free for everyone for a year. Yeah, and that's
that's right. You saved and got back out.
Get Linux. That I want to see SteamOS come to PC. I really would like to do a dual boot to where for almost everything I would have to do on my computer, I could do it on Linux on that because most of the times I'm either gaming or on a browser. It's on here that I'm doing some other things, but then if I just had a dual boot, I'd be perfectly fine. So if SteamOS came out, I would be very tempted to just dual boot and just work off of that for most things. Being that I can run a lot of my stuff over the network because I have the larger storage. I've thought about moving. Like right now I have it where some of the stuff that I have on my local PC, I just move over there as a backup. But I've thought about just moving it there permanently. Like if I'm gonna like watch a video, I can just watch it off the network. Or like if I'm gonna pull some resources, I can just pull it off the network. Why not? I have 2.5 gig local. Why not?
Oh, this scene doesn't last nearly as long as I'd hoped.
You can extend it.
I can.
Again,
I don't know how.
I'm really concerned that you save it though.
Because I'm hitting random buttons.
Yeah.
Well, then save.
Well, because I don't know if you already have.
I don't think I have.
Let me double check.
Oh, why are you letting me play in this?
Because it used to be that you were like weird and didn't do weird things. Now I'm a little concerned because it would be a little bit
disheartening.
We'll just be like redoing a lot of stuff I just did, just so you can have fun.
I want to have fun. We all want to have fun. This doesn't count towards my 30 minutes, by the way.
13?
30.
Oh, so you want 30? Okay, I was just gonna give you 13.
Well, I can't do anything in 13. It's on my net.
Okay, so you do want time.
Well, this is my computer now. This is my stream.
Okay, well then, Maris explode.
Oh.
No, you can't have one of the not the other.
Why are you evil?
Okay.
Looking at the time, make sure I didn't save.
There you go.
Yay!
Now you don't have to worry.
No.
You can run SteamOS. Manjaro and Bazette are basically SteamOS with more drivers. No, but I wanna wait for Steam's version just because it's also like a support Steam type thing. I'm not like in a rush to do it or anything. The Windows 11 is still fine for now, but I want a nice stable version. I wouldn't be surprised though if to see SteamOS come out when the Steam machine does, because if they're gonna come out with a PC, I'm guessing it's not gonna have Windows, so it's gonna have SteamOS, which means then it's ready for prime time. So, which actually probably means it's ready now.
It's Half-Life 3 is almost certainly ready right now.
See, there you go. Like you're just changing the topic.
That is not the
shit.
same topic. We
were talking about SteamOS.
Yes, and the Steam machine, and
then you brought up the game. That's not what we're talking about.
The launch title.
No, because you read one news article of which there has been dozens over the last 15 to 20 years talking about game coming next year, and you're always like, "Oh, it's coming! It's coming!
It's coming! It's happening. We'll see."
It is coming. The goal hasn't been about is it going to be out next spring. It's whether or not it's going to be out before you die. And I know you already said that when you leaked the article and said, "Yay, I can play it before I die."
Yes.
Or just move to macOS. No, I have standards. I'm sorry. Michael, you had to dehydrate.
No, that's not mine.
No.
I don't have water. I don't know what
dehydrate.
That stuff is. Oh, I don't have booze either.
I can get you booze.
Give me booze.
Get you like a 15%er.
Let's just be my mead.
No.
I'm not drinking. Here you go. It's low percentage, 4.5.
Gross.
But it's got watermelon in it.
Yeah.
Why you have, Michael?
Oh boy, smooching
Why do
time.
you have coasters?
Oh, you put it on my phone.
Because it wasn't my.
I'll put it on your laptop.
You got to drink it. You had to dehydrate.
It's on your laptop.
You got to dehydrate.
I'm Richard.
I can move my water bottle. There you go. You have a coaster.
Oh, that's watermelon forward.
I didn't want it. It's a golden ale with watermelon, lime, and cherry. It is an interesting mix. From Ben Brewing. What is it called? Jolly Crusher. Wait, which my phone? Yeah, you put it on your. Oh, I put it on your phone. But he's like, it was either that or I put it on my desk. But Michael just opened a beer, so I'm just highlighting to everybody that Michael just opened a beer.
Yes.
So, I mean, I could have grabbed one that was a lot higher APR, but I grabbed the one that was the lowest. Our fridge down here is pretty low on beer, though, which is good because for the longest time it was like 1 cans of 12 different beers and like a bunch of other stuff. Now there's like 1 pale ale, 1 other one in the back, a higher percentage stout, some Sprites and Cokes, and then one other like Indeed one at the bottom. Like, it's actually pretty low on beers. What is he smooching? Like, what is he smooching?
Hold on.
Apple Snack's cheating on Applejack there. A good one or old one? The one with like the pen and the little holder thing on the back that's got apparently a screen on the back. That's fancy.
Boy, smooching time.
And it don't.
Though he doesn't like, it doesn't matter because he never clears out notifications. So it's just like his top of his phone is normally notifications that go this long across it. Oh boy, smooching time.
Got Applejack.
What have you done to my poor boy? His nose. You crushed it. What are you doing to that poor horse? And why are you doing it to poor horse?
You got too close to Apple Horse.
They're both Apple Horse. He was just going to go do his work, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Applejack walked in there and he was like, please, miss, can you move so I can do my work? And then Rusty Boy comes over and just beating the crap out of him.
It happens.
It happens?
Yeah.
Domestic abuse?
Yeah.
Marestic abuse? Oh, Michael, what'd you do? Michael, gasp, Michael, gasp. You took the clothing off.
Yes.
Wait, why did it
She's
just...
all like, don't, stay away from my chick. It's like, whoa.
So she gets all hot and bothered?
Yeah. Like, that was...
Wait, are they just gonna do it on top of him?
No. Now that you say it.
Oh no.
Hold on, this
I mean, I guess he's kind of getting it.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let's shorten.
So see, this is Michael's dating tip. If you see somebody you want to be with, go and hit on them in front of their significant other, so the significant other beats you up, and then they all just like do it on top of you. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's his life goal.
Good life goals.
Sir, this is a McDonald's. Who's taking off the clothes?
Applejack, clearly.
Did you give her tiny mouth?
She got ooh face. Oh.
This is the tiny mouth.
Oohs. This is very good animation I'm making. It's better than anything else that's ever been on this channel.
I mean, everything else going around in the background?
Yeah.
Why is he... Michael, that's not where you put it. Why is she getting undressed, but he isn't?
Yeah, you're asking.
He's got...
questions.
This is Trojan's biggest brand ever. The full body. Target acquired. Michael, that's lewd. She's on the gun. Michael goes on the other side.
It's fine.
So when I'm doing Hot Wheels, that's wrong. But then this is perfectly fine.
Yes.
Well, what's it?
Learning. It's fine.
Why is your clothes back?
I'm working on it.
Like, why are her clothes there? Michael, he's clipping in the ground. That doesn't make any sense.
This is
She's not actually pushing up. She's just flying. What's going on? This is not real, Michael.
This is very good animation. You don't even know.
I do. I think I do.
You don't know.
How do I not know?
You don't know.
Well,
You don't know quality the way I know quality.
I've worked in quality for going on 9 years now.
Yeah, well.
8 years. 8 years.
Yeah. Sounds like a real hoot. I need to make these horses, like, definitely do stuff on top of this guy. Oh, she went too far.
I think you're the one that went too far.
No.
She's
Just gotta,
she's so into it, she just jumped out of her clothes and so fast they're just sitting there.
you know.
She's not even looking at him.
Give me a minute.
This is the same words that I give you.
I'm working on this piece of art.
I don't know how she's supposed to like that could be anybody in there.
No, it's her boy. It's her boy.
It's her boy.
It's her boy.
Why did she get there and then stop and then waited for him to move into position? Thank you for the bits on. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck barbecue? It's happening. Amazon released the first season 2 episode a week early. It's out now. Season 2 episode of what?
Fallout, I'm guessing.
Oh. Well, I thought that Fallout comes out tomorrow or something. Wasn't it the 17th?
Must be early. It's a day early, which is probably.
I could see them building the hype for it. Because if it was coming out next week, seems a little weird to have it out on Christmas. It doesn't seem like a Christmas show. I thought it came out tomorrow. We're gonna go watch it. Michael can take over the stream.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I have to make sure he's not like doing extra loot things.
What I do, it's lewd. I would never.
I would come back and there'd just be full on porn going. Like when I went to go get your beer, I was concerned I was gone for too long, which you only had a sip of.
I'm busy.
Well, you gotta drink your.
People actually doing good animations don't drink.
Well, you opened the beer. You better drink it, or I mean, stream can always help you out.
Okay.
We gotta play some like Barry White, is it, or like? Are they dancing? Or is this just how horses do it?
It's how they start. I mean, presumably, I wouldn't know.
Is she using her like jacket as a dump bucket?
The jacket's gonna move.
She's pooping. Oh. Michael, I think you need to go back to high school to learn some sex ed.
I'm pretty sure this is how it goes.
Was there a low budget where your teacher just had 2 dolls and this is how it looked?
Ooh. My amazing animation skills are all coming together.
She's gonna get tetanus. Because you look at all the rusts. She's gonna get cut, and then she's gonna get infected, and then she's gonna like get lockjaw, and then the rest of Fallout Equestria happens.
Yes, as it does. As it does. There we go. And then,
I'm glad that like after you had originally like did some SFM stuff, you tried harder, and then now you're right back to where you were before.
no, I'm good. I'm good at this. You don't understand my process.
See, nobody's paying attention anymore because they heard Fallout sell out.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't give a crap about any of those people.
You don't care about Fallout?
No, I clearly
Wait, okay,
Fallout.
chat. Michael has just said he doesn't care about you.
I mean, I care about what's in front of me. And this is Wujin. Where is Apple outfit?
Hello, Inazuma. How's it going? How's the animation? Well, right now Michael's making like weird smooshy things.
No, like, let's see, it's like they had to talk, and he's like, "They were my girlfriend." Like, die. She's like, "Ooh, wow." Come off and they smooch. And
yeah. Episode 1 is out, 1 hour long.
could watch it immediately after this if we wanted to.
Yeah, I could, but no.
Oh.
It's only 1 episode. I don't really care about watching 1 episode of something. I'd rather have like 2 out and then go do like 2 at once. New Fallout Boys album? No, the new Fallout season 2 of the Fallout TV series. Episode 1 was released. I'd rather have it where like whatever amount I was willing to watch was the amount that I was able to watch. Or at least I knew that the rest of it wouldn't be too long afterwards. Because if I don't mind watching 1 episode a week, but I don't want to have it where if I wanted to watch another one, I wasn't allowed to. I mean, if you get to the end of a season, sure, but like mid-season stuff, no.
Oh, just let it go.
Sorry, do you want to just be that stallion, Michael? Being beat up by why is there an Applejack cereal box?
You ask a lot of weird questions.
You're doing a lot of weird shit. I still love your method to move models around.
It's perfect.
No, it's not. It's so slow. It's so slow. Where did that come from? Where did it go? Wait. Michael. 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 Michael.
Oh, what you're upset about?
Michael. Hot Wheels, Michael. Hot Wheels.
Let's watch it.
The impulse has
The
become...
guy here is stop. In a time.
I thought that was after getting in the vault. Michael, you do.
These two need to keep speaking.
All right, well, I don't think I can actually. I hope anybody here is enjoying this because it probably won't be staying up anywhere else very long.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just pooping out Applejack.
Happens.
What did I come into? Michael. Michael's making horse get aggressive, then sexual, and now he's having cereal babies.
See, it's like, hey, stay away from my girlfriend. And like, ooh, yeah,
This looks like a freaking South Park short. The way they're moving. This looks like South Park.
Here, it's,
I ever got a haircut? No. I think my haircut was before con.
I just forget how to move the timeline over.
Applejacks don't even leave.
No, this is fine. Like, Applejacks.
Like, this is where I'm confused. When you talk about smooches,
Yeah, smooches.
and then there's a baby. Like, this is why I know. Like, your way of thinking of smooches.
It's bugs of Applejacks.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, oh, yeah, big boy.
This is how AJ got pregnant.
Yeah.
No, I'm
pretty sure that's her kid.
No, she was just constipated, and he helped him work it out. She had
animation is done.
She had Applejacks this morning, and it just didn't process.
Or do you want me to continue?
If you want, just because like
How much time? Yeah.
Technically, you're at time right now, but it'd be like 12 minutes to do something.
Do something.
Okay.
I'm done. My animation is done. My masterpiece is complete.
That's good. Drink your beer.
Applejacks. That guy is not happy.
Pip seeing this memory orb.
It's just like, what the fuck? Said little Pip.
Let's go back to the one that's not as disturbing.
I don't know what you're talking about. My version was clearly the better version.
Come on.
I'll find out somehow I still managed to save. And that just has to be the end product now. There he is in the background, just like, not making that mistake again. Oh.
They have a book called Steel Hooves Hooves? Steel Hooves Hooves, I guess.
Steel Hooves.
I remember the scene from 1,000 Ways to Die where a guy had cocaine in his ass. I have that movie. That's 1,000 Ways to Die in the West, I believe. I heard it was pretty decent.
Is that the one with
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane, yeah. I'm never gonna look at that horse again the same way. Use the restroom. Kick your chair.
Nickname one of the other Steel Rangers called in one of the books. Okay. I hope hope AJ remembered to use the lube before operating the hydraulic impact driver. Maybe. It seemed a little like last minute, so if they used anything, it was probably just engine oil, which, see how that goes. Technically, he'd probably be on like a little cart thingy, but I'm not really worried about that, so I'm just not going to bother.
What the weird thing about Applejacks is? Tastes like cinnamon.
Okay. Aren't they just a copy paste of a different cereal?
What? I thought I was the one doing the weird shit. What's going on here?
He's working on the armor.
Of course he is.
What would be the little rolly thing you go on?
The rolly thing you go on.
When you go under a car, you go on a little rolly thing to roll under it.
There is a proper word for that, but I can't remember what it is.
What is the rolly thing you use to get
You put in
under
rolly
a
thing.
car? AI is smart.
Yeah.
The rolly thing is a creeper, a mechanic creeper, garbage creeper, it's.
That doesn't sound right. I think AI is wrong.
No, it's technically saying undercar roller. It might just be roller. It might be called that in some way. But roller's a very general term, so I don't see finding it under that. Yeah. What if I put creeper, I'm gonna find at least something Minecraft. Oh, if I put creeper, that's what comes up.
Okay, well, that works.
I mean, there's also that, but
Yeah.
But yeah, that's technically.
Yeah, they are called creepers. That is right.
I mean, it's understood, I guess. See, you're like, that AI can't be right.
It didn't sound right.
This one's a little big.
Could shrink it.
I love how, like, things just take a minute to do, and you like to just try to say it before I do it to, like, take credit for it. Like, yeah. See?
So this is all me. This whole channel is all me. I did it. Good job, me. As he immediately like, you know what? Delete.
You put all your stuff that you've done out and see
Actually,
how that
I haven't
goes.
uploaded my video.
Why haven't you uploaded it yet?
I haven't gotten around to it.
I had mine all uploaded and ready the
You're
day
very
of.
pro. Me, I stumble through life like a drunkard.
Like a drunkard?
I'm very, very convincing. I just want to look at pictures of horses. Oh, good. Argo Damon is streaming. I could look at horses on that stream. It shows Crown Prince as well, but I just do pipe foxes.
Crown Prince is streaming?
Nah, that's just saying about the pipe foxes.
Oh.
They got merchandise.
They're very big on the pipe fox thing.
Yes.
I think there's like stopping sales of them like pretty quick here though.
I guess they're not selling.
No, they've been selling them for like a year. They're just I think
Running
like stopping or something.
No.
No, I think they were pretty successful.
The few people I know who are really into the pipe foxes.
It's a fox without legs or arms. If you saw a horsey that had no, would you buy a pipe horsey?
I mean, if it was cute, yes. If it's just a pony with its legs lopped off, which is probably
Big
what you're
bloody
thinking
stumps.
about, because you're a monster.
That's not what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it's
But now I am.
well, I wasn't thinking about the Applejack smooch and steel hooves and on top of that guy, but then you said something, and well, it had to
You
happen.
weren't thinking about it at all.
I was gonna make him smooch, not on top of the guy.
Well, then what were you going to do with him?
Make him smooch elsewhere. But on top of the guy just worked. Let's show him for trying to talk to his girlfriend. Out there.
All right, good night, Zilla Man.
It always made me sad that the last conversation Applejack and Steel Hooves had was a fight. But she did care deeply about him. And the whole reason she was pissed at him is because she found out what he did to the person who tried to have her assassinated. Or
He was not happy.
no, Steel Hooves was not happy, but she wasn't happy that he basically murdered someone.
Basically?
He did. He murdered someone. Because he should have turned him over to the authorities, but he just was like, no,
Did he have any proof?
he didn't. That's why.
Then authorities wouldn't have done anything.
But
So.
he knew this person
Whoa,
was
so
dead.
he's became Judge Dredd.
A little bit. He took it into his own hooves.
Like this horse?
Yes.
See, this is what I don't get. Why are earth ponies doing physical labor?
Because they're strong.
They're useless.
No, they're strong. They're and they have they can make apples grow like crazy.
I know, but they're okay. Sure. Where?
In orchards.
They're in a mechanical
They
factory.
can lift shit.
He's welding.
Yeah, well. You can do other shit, I guess. Look.
I mean, I'm the one making weld, so I mean, I'm making these choices, but still.
I mean, it makes sense that Applejack's factories would be pretty earth pony focused.
Yeah, well, there's only two uses for earth ponies. Manual labor or front line of the battlefield,
Yes.
right?
Operation. Yes, the South Park episode. I do always find it interesting that you think...
That was the movie?
Yeah, the movie. I always find it interesting that canon in the story, when the three pony races were fighting, it was actually the earth ponies who were the best off. Because at the end of the day, they could just starve out the other races because the other races can't grow for shit.
They can.
Not like earth ponies can.
I know, but they still can.
Like Applejack's trees bore fruit like 10 times a year. That ain't normal.
Well, they still have hot mares, right?
Yeah.
Then what else do you
I
need?
didn't say that.
What else do you need, Michael? What else do you need, Michael?
I think you need food so they don't...
Do you need
starve.
food or hot mares?
I feel like the hot mares...
Food or hot mares, Michael?
The hot mares are going to want food.
I mean, with what you're probably going to do, they're going to need energy.
Wow. Make them boop. Just be cute. Got all these accusations thrown at me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would you do with these supposed hot mares?
I don't care. I don't care about hot mares.
You said hot mares like a dozen times in the last minute.
It's because I like the reaction you have.
Let's see. Excuses. Doesn't even want to talk about
Excuses.
what he would do with the hot mares that he's clearly talking about.
I feel like I might need to scale up
Single
the
mares in your area.
where is it now? The valley in the background. Tool cars, build tools. There we go.
I'm gonna have to finish this beer after the stream. Oy.
It's only 4.5%, so
Yeah, it's very watermelon. You would have hated this. This is like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
it's
Drink.
called Jolly Crusher for a reason.
Yeah. It tastes weirdly watered down, though. Like it's a watered down Jolly
It's
Rancher
4.5%, so that makes sense. Okay. So, I think from this angle, yeah, you can kind of see that I broke his mouth.
Yeah, you get I just kind of figured he's like, he got hit in the face with some heavy machinery. You could just tilt the mask, fix his face and tilt the mask.
Good enough. Okay, the difficulty here is that it is going to require some probably additional shadow lights. Because if you're welding, it's probably going to cause sparks. The sparks are going to cause shadows, and I can only have a light go from one direction, so I probably have to have like one from looking down and one looking up. And the lights going the other directions, I can it'll be interesting. The slag will fall onto his belly and not face. I don't care. He should have thought about that. It's not my problem. And Michael's not complaining too, because
I don't know, why am I not complaining?
About him getting covered in slag. Yeah.
No. I stopped paying attention because there's only a stallion on screen. Oh, there. Oh.
All right. From the angle, this is going to be visible. I can probably do a little bit of clipping. I'm going to have...
Nice. Why is chat paused?
Oh, it's just because I would click something else. Safe welding practice is right.
Like, he's got no cover on the rest of his body, just his face.
Any other cover would probably be like a blanket, but a blanket would have to have physics, and I'm not going to do that.
Be like a smock.
No, he's fine.
He's already blue.
Yeah. Maybe I should have pulled a red one, because then if he gets burned, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I think I'd be fine. And I already have like in the background here, I think it's that one. Yeah. So I already have like kind of the weld animation type stuff, already going. So I already have a bright light source, sparkles, all that stuff.
Well, it's the regulations are loose in this factory. They don't care that much. As long as the work gets done.
But see, it adds a lot more to have just some other stuff kind of going on in the background. Mm-hmm. And if I think I don't need to have like another horse in the background anywhere, but I at least should have some tools, some like tables, something, some other maybe minor crates or something between the lines. I don't want to do that. The storage racks back there, they're there for a reason. But AJ wants to save the soldiers, not the worker bees. She would have safety procedures, and she's there.
Usually,
but then they're just going to make sure that they look like they're working.
Usually, in this kind of situation, though, they sent the deuce to the front lines, and they keep the actually skilled workers in the factories.
Yeah, but they still need manual laborers.
Yeah, but they're tend going to be the ones who can.
Well, that's why they just send the mares out. No, because then all the seabirds are going to look over and be like, oh, I can't shoot that.
That was like the entire premise for the last book in Australia, where only the stallions were sent off to fight in the mares controlled government and like lived in like the tower. Did you get that far?
Yeah, I got a bit to that, but that had the like cute bat mares, right?
No, it was a tree filled with cute bat mares, and it was just mares, and all the stallions were like had to live outside the tree, and they were the fighters. And the mares basically lived in relatively luxury within the tree. So you go into the tree and it says, well, mares is the mare tree.
But it's all bats.
Yeah, it's bat mares.
You're just like, I don't care. Mayor with any number of adjectives.
Yeah, numbers go E.
All right, so How Many Dragons is on, so we can send you guys over to How Many Dragons because we haven't rated them for a little bit, and they've only been on for 2 minutes. How Many Dragons, awesome, big little figurines and stuff.
Harvest mares from the mare tree.
Harvests. Anyways, I think we're gonna be good for today. We'll be back on Friday, and Friday's like the first day of my vacation.
Gross.
So my 17 days off.
That's way too many.
So yeah, we'll yeah.
Go watch this person make dragons. I look confused then by saying mares. Because mares.
They do horse stuff.
If you ask them.
Yeah, well, they made a derpy dragon.
Yeah,
that's why Nolan had that commissioned.
And cheers to Nolan for the cheers.
By Animator Pody. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you later, Cheetah. Thank you, Sunset, and Inazuma Okami, and I know Nolan was here in Niski.
Thanks for all noting that.
Yeah, thank you, Nolan, for the cheers.
The best one. That got deleted because of the jealousy. I know what it's about.
Yeah.
That's why I got to me this watermelon drink as a form of punishment.
No, that was because Nolan wanted you to have a drink. No, it was Matt. Matt wanted you to have a drink.
Yes.
And I got to drink the whole thing.
I love that shit.
It's got nothing in it. It's 4.5, and you like the 18%ers.
It's like drinking water.
With watermelon. That's all watermelon is. It's just water with like a bit of red food coloring.
Then why do you hate it so much?
Because it's so disgusting. I don't like red food coloring, I guess. Anyways, we'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good one, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Never fall down again. What's that?